Okay, so today I'm going to be unboxing the KWA LM4 PTR, or Professional Training Rifle. This is, I know, an old Airsoft gun, but I really wanted it because I really wanted a gas blowback gun. I think it's really cool how it all has all the same features and all the same controls as a regular M4, and I just like it for very many reasons, and I'll explain all about the gun in the video. So let's open it up. Here we go. KWA LM4 PTR.
Whoa, hello there.
So everything in the box you get is an old style Speedloader. I'm not sure how many this loads in, but an old style Speedloader. In this bag we get two things. We get a front sight adjustment tool and a hop-up adjustment tool, because this uses a different hop-up than normal guns, or than most guns, because it's a gas blowback. So you get those two things in the bag. You get a bag with some pieces of paper. This is a warranty from KWA. Just a thank you card and a KWA sticker. Nothing really very interesting in here. By the way, I did order this directly from KWA, so not from any websites. We get one 40-round gas blowback magazine. I actually did order another one, just to have two mags, especially on the fact that they only hold 40 rounds. But these are actually pretty heavy. I'm not sure compared to a real magazine, but they are pretty heavy compared to an average Airsoft magazine. And we have the rifle itself. Now, normally on all the videos I've seen, it actually came with a carry handle sight. This came with just an adjustable rear sight, but probably because those are older videos, this gun came out a long while ago. Oh yeah. This is a gas blowback airsoft gun that you can use for airsoft, although also use for training purposes. For example, if you have a real AR-15 that you own for self-defense or whatever, and you want to train with it, but you don't want to spend all the money on ammo, you can buy one of these and train with this instead, because it has all the same controls as a real AR-15, and in the long run, spend less money on ammo just for training. I'll just start with these little tools. So, the front sight adjustment tool. You have an adjustable front sight in here, which is adjustable for height. If you put this tool on it here, if you turn it left, you can adjust the front sight up, or right to adjust it down. That is how you adjust the front sight. Then we have the hop-up adjustment tool. To adjust the hop-up, you have to lock the bolt carrier group backwards. To do that, you pull back on the charging handle, push down on the bolt release, and let go. The bolt carrier group should be locked to the rear, and you can just push the charging handle forward. Then up front in here, there will be a hop-up. You just stick the hop-up adjustment tool in here, and you can adjust the hop-up by twisting it up and down. Right now, I'm not sure which way is more hop and which way is less hop, but I will figure that out later. Then we have the Speedloader. To use the Speedloader, you load all your BBs from the top here, then you put it right next to the feeding lip on the magazine, and just push the rounds into the magazine. Next, the magazines. These are green gas magazines. These magazines are completely metal and are pretty heavy. They hold 40 BBs. They have a fill valve here. You fill them from the bottom with green gas, and a button here you push to release green gas. Now I'll talk about the gun. I'm gonna go from back to front. First, the stock. It's just a regular crane stock. You can adjust here. Each side has a QD sling mount. Take it off like any other regular crane stock. The buffer tube is here. It is a mil-spec buffer tube, so you can actually put on whatever stock you want, even for real guns, but I'll talk about all that stuff later. The forward assist is right here. On most Airsoft AEGs, the forward assist is fake, but on real guns, it's real, obviously. And I'll talk about what this does. The forward assist, what it does is, you see all these little grooves on the bolt carrier group? When you press the forward assist, it grabs onto each groove and pushes the bolt forward. You'd only ever need to use it if your bolt is not all the way forward for some reason, and you can just use this to push it forward. You'll probably never need to use this, but if you cock it for some reason, and the bolt does not go all the way forward, you can use this to push it forward. The dust cover just closes and opens when you cock it. All it does is protect the bolt. Magazine release here. You put your magazine in, and then press on it to take the magazine out. The front sight has 2 windows to aim through, a smaller one and a larger one. Smaller one is harder to aim down, but more precise. The larger one is not as accurate. Oh, you have a sling mount right here, by the way. And it's on each side for right or left-handed, which I'm always happy about. I'm always happy about anything ambidextrous because I am left-handed. If you turn this wheel this way, the front sight will move up. This way, it will move down. If you turn this wheel this way, it will move right. This way, it will move left. The Picatinny rail, it has a standard Picatinny rail. You can put any kind of optic you want, airsoft or real. The D-ring and the handguard. Just like a real gun, you can take the handguard off like this. You could put any handguard on that you would like, even from a real gun. You can see actually the gas tube in this gun here. It's obviously fake because this doesn't work exactly like a real gun. It's just there for the looks. You have a flash hider here. Obviously there's no flash because it's an airsoft gun, so it mostly just is to look cool. Although it is, the only purpose this serves in airsoft as like actually working wise, I guess I'd say, is the orange tip, and you have to have that on unless the fields allow black tips.
Rather than trying to run!
Now I'll talk about the safety selector. If the gun is not cocked, as you can see, I'm pulling the trigger, nothing is happening. You cannot put it on safety. You can only have it on semi or full auto. You have to cock the gun to put it on safety. See, it's fired. I can't go on safety. This has a standard pistol grip. What's nice about this is it's not like other AEGs. With this, you can actually take this off and put pistol grips from real guns onto it. The bolt release, it serves like a regular bolt release. Press it to bring the bolt forward. Well, you can do 2 things. If you want to lock the bolt back, hold back the charging handle, push down, and then the charging handle will stay back like that. You can just push it forward, and you can lock the bolt back. Then the other purpose, to bring the bolt forward. If your bolt is back, press on the bolt release, and the bolt will go forward. For example, when would you use this? Most often, you're probably going to need to use this where on the last shot of your magazine, and the bolt locks back, when you take the magazine out and put a new one in, you're gonna have to hit the bolt release to chamber 1 round. So as you can see, to field strip this, you push out the rear pin and, oh yeah, you have to make sure the hammer is down. So just before you field strip it, cock it once. Open it like that, just like a real gun. We can see our bolt release here, our trigger assembly. You can see the hammer right there. It's all lubed up. You can also see the buffer inside here and the buffer spring inside of the buffer tube. You can pull out the bolt carrier group and the charging handle. Just like a real gun, you have the buffer and the buffer spring. And that goes inside of the buffer tube. Then you can just put it back together just like a real gun. Do this. Alright, so to load your magazine, first thing we're gonna do is load our BBs. So I'm pretty sure you actually need this tool to load the mags. So I'm just gonna load this with my Speedloader. So I have 1 mag loaded. Let me just load the other one real quick. So I've loaded both mags with 40 rounds. Now we're gonna load it with green gas. So you're gonna shake your green gas. Make sure you always load it upside down. You're gonna load it here and you're gonna push really hard and hold it for a few seconds. That's about good. And then we're gonna load our other magazine. Wow. Make sure it's good in there. Chamber 1 round. And pretty darn accurate. You can see how the bolt goes back and forth every time to chamber 1 round. Let's go to full. Just like a real firearm, on the last shot, bolt locks back to tell you're out of ammo. New mag. Bolt release, chamber round, and we can fire it. I'm about 30 feet right now, so I'm gonna go back to about 60 feet. Yeah, just open. That's pretty good accuracy. Oh, I missed. I'm gonna try full auto from back here. Do you want to shoot a few rounds? Yeah. So I'm gonna chrono the gun now. I'm using green gas in .2. .356, 352, and this is FPS, by the way. Or no, that's 332. 343, 330, 323, 310.
I just moved Jackson back over there to the other side of the yard. That's about 50 meters or about 150 feet. And so we're going to see how well the gun shoots at that distance.
So we're doing a range test now. I have .28 with green gas.
I don't see it.
It's hard to see. It's probably just to zoom in on Jack.
Okay, happy family, so here are my final thoughts on the gun. I love the gun, it was great, nothing failed, everything worked how it was supposed to. Compared to an AEG, obviously the magazine capacity is 30 rounds compared to I'm used to playing with a 120 round mid-cap magazine. I never actually ran out of ammo, although that's because it makes you know you need to shoot less and not just go crazy because you don't have as much ammo. And if you're just full autoing, then you're gonna run out of ammo, especially since I only had 3 mags, which is only 90 rounds. The kick is very good. I thought it might get heavy while I was playing, but it actually didn't get that heavy. It's really fun to use, definitely. The green gas compared to using batteries. There's pros and cons. The good thing is green gas is cheaper than buying a battery, although batteries are reusable because you can just recharge them. Green gas is not reusable. You use the gas and then you run out of gas and then you gotta buy more. I don't really like how you have to fill the gas in the mag every time, and I'm not very much really of a fan of having to buy gas all the time and stuff. Although it is more realistic than the battery, and I love how I still like it and use it because it has the kick and it's much more fun to shoot and more realistic than a regular AEG. I put the fake ACOG on it instead of using the iron sights. How it performed, the BBs, they were actually pretty accurate. They're even pretty close to, or the same as an AEG for accuracy. There was really no difference in accuracy. Distance, it shoot pretty much as far as my regular KM4, electric M4. Not really anything less or more. I recommend this if you like realism. The AEG is definitely more practical because you can just recharge the batteries and you can have so much more ammo. But if you're like me and you like all the realism and you like the kick, then I definitely recommend this gun. And I think it's a great gas blowback. Okay, happy family, it's shout out time. The first shout out goes to Sean Hernandez, and thanks for watching almost every video we make. The next shout out goes to Ma Adores Laurent, and thanks for watching our videos for 11 years. The next shout out goes to Paramita Sin. The next shout out goes to Hunter Does Tech. Thanks for liking the video and subbing and turning on notifications. The next shout out goes to Sohan Bagrati, and thanks for your love. The next shout out goes to Everything Random. The next shout out goes to Wei Wacy. The next shout out goes to Pro Gamer 11. The next shout out goes to Andrew Vartanian. Andrew, thanks for subscribing and ringing the bell. And the last shout out goes to Everett Smith. Okay, happy family, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notifications button. Be happy, peace out.